Hit the ground, make them crystal clear. Go song na, I got no fear. Heartbeat racing louder than a gun. 이 순간 난 already won. I'm invincible, nothing can break me. Limitless flow, don't try to chase me. Crash like a wave, wild and free. You move that way, I'm all you see. Invincible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Invincible, na 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 na. Na 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 na. DJ Anna.
Freaky Friday continues here in San Juan City for your 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. Kianity and the PLDT high-speed hitters looking to start another winning streak here in our tournament as they go up against Lian de Guzman and the NXLED Camilleos, who are searching for that elusive first win here in the Reinforced Conference, as we are all set for the final match of this Friday triple header, all here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Thank you for joining us tonight on a holiday. Nip Bianco alongside Jamie La Victoria and Kyla Castillo. Ladies, I know we were in our costumes earlier, but these players right behind us, they don't need costumes to channel their superpowers and scariness. What are you guys looking forward to in this match? Ikaw, Kyla.
Superpower. Great question. Well, Dip, I think I would want them to show super spikes just so they could stand fearless against their opponents.
Abangan natin yan. Abangan natin yan.
Pwede. How about you, Jamie?
Maybe super flying attacks from Savvy Davison. Pwede.
Pwede rin. I'm looking forward
Why
to
not?
scary monster blocks in this match. So,
Wow.
It's time to talk about this match right now. Take a look at the team standings, Jamie, after the two games earlier played here in our Reinforced Conference. Give us a better look of how it's shaping up in the final game day of our preliminaries for some of the teams.
Well, on the left for Pool A, we have the Farm Fresh Foxies that defeated the Takamucha Flying Titans in 4 sets, and then the PLDT high-speed hitters. But then you see the NXLED Chameleons find themselves on the bottom of the standings, still trying to get that first win, and hopefully today could be that day. And for Pool B, you have the Zeus Coffee Thunderbelts with a 4-0 win-loss record, and on the bottom, you have the Galleries Tower High Risers still trying to find their footing here in this conference.
Of course, all this before we exchange brackets or pools here in our tournament. The bottom half of the other pool will go up against the top half of the other. So let's talk about the two teams facing each other today. First, for the NXLED Camilleos, as we mentioned, Jamie still searching for that first win here. They've had close ones, a 5-setter as well here in our tournament, but one player that has been playing well for them is Paula Martinez, their reinforcement, who scored 30-plus points in that 5-setter against Signal.
Well, she's tallied a total of 38 points in that last match against Signal. She has been doing the heavy lifting for the NXLED Chameleons with her receive to her back row attacks. She has been that consistent force that the NXLED Chameleons need, but in this game against PLDT, they have to step it up a bit more. They need to share the load and share. As you can see her, she's very excited for this game, but she needs to share that load, which is key in this game today.
93 points in total here in our conference. Good for the number 8 best scorer overall here in the tournament. Kyla, I know you got to speak with Paula earlier. What did she have in mind heading into this match against PLDT?
That's right, no, Dip and Jamie. Well, I'm really fascinated with Paula, right? She has a beautiful face. We cannot deny that, but she has an even more beautiful mindset. She is not dwelling on her winless record. Instead, she is carrying the ultimate underdog mindset. That is, we have nothing to lose and everything to gain. She even said, and I quote, I think the team is getting braver and braver. You know, Dip and Jamie, this almost abot kamay na panalo. This really hurts their confidence, but it is their undying fighting spirit that continues to prevail for the NXLED Camilleons.
Personally, confidence is high for Paula Martinez, but I'm sure a win for NXLED NXLED will even have their confidence higher in the succeeding games, especially when we move on to the next round of preliminaries. Let's talk about the PLDT high-speed hitters this time. After a hiccup against Signal, right? They had that 15-game winning streak, trying to extend that, but Signal surprising them. PLDT, they were able to bounce back in that match against Farm Fresh.
Well, this goes to show that PLDT, well, that girl, let's talk about her first, Anastasia. She's the one who is being that consistent player for PLDT. Like you mentioned, they did have that hiccup, but it's all about how to recover and how to move forward. And they are champions, and they know the drill. They've been in situations like this many times. And as for Savvy Davison, she scored 20 points in their last match against Farm Fresh Foxy. She has been that leader. And I've also noticed that she's been talking a bit more, which is also key in terms of leadership for PLDT.
We've seen her really become more comfortable here in the PVL, especially with her squad, the PLDT high-speed hitters. Skyla, you also got to talk to Savvy earlier. I saw you guys in their dugout. What were you chatting about earlier?
Well, Dip and Jamie were talking about that bounce-back win against Farm Fresh Foxies. And, you know, Savvy kept it very short and simple. They were able to execute because they studied well and they locked in truly. And so after that, everything became very, very simple. Savvy even said that nothing beats preparedness. After all, once you enter the court, it's all mental effort now, right? They just have to remember what they trained hard for during the train. And moreover, Dip and Jamie, we all know how competitiveness runs in Savvy's blood and DNA. But of course, we love her for that. And we love her even more for her self-awareness. Because this competitive nature can sometimes turn into evil. And we do not want that at all, as that could end up in pressure, right? And so from here and there, they would always want to keep things light and enjoy every bit of the game. And of course, it's Halloween, and we have nothing but joy and not fear here, because every team is fearless, and we love having you here on live, and of course on the Filipinas Live app. We have our question for you guys that is exclusive. Which star will put on a spellbinding show? You can go with NXLED number 9, Kiara Bermentilia, or number 25, Paula Martinez. Or you can also choose PLDT's number 6, Savvy Davison, or number 23, Nastia Buffy. The Dip and Jamie, which of these players would score more points, become fearless in this game?
Oh, maybe we should leave it up to the fans today.
Yeah, but it's a close matchup because those two players are number 10 and number 11 respectively in best scoring. So we're ready for the matchup between the PLDT high-speed hitters and the NXLED Chameleons, all here on Signal.
Welcome to the Playtime PhilOil Arena in San Juan City and the reinforced conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. Our final match for you in today's triple header, match number 30, features our NXLED Chameleons and their challengers, our PLDT high-speed hitters. Officiating this match, we have our national referees. First referee, Mr. Joffer Educado. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Palada. Before we introduce our athletes, pakiusap lang po sa ating mga drummers, kung pwede, manahimik muna until after all the athletes have been introduced. Maraming salamat po. Let's call on our starting lineup from our NXLED Chameleons. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 9, Kiara May Permentilia. At number 7, Critch Luz Makaslang. Wearing jersey number 12, May Ann Nike. At number 16, Lian Marie de Guzman. Number 18, Janelle Maraginot. And number 25, our foreign guest player from Spain, Paula Martinez. Starting libero is number 6, Janelle Delerio. And head coach, Mr. Ettore Guidetti. Presenting our PLDT high-speed hitters. Let's begin with jersey number 6, Savannah Dawn Davison. At number 9, Kim Fajardo. Wearing jersey number 10, Mary Joy Baron. Number 11, Kim Kiana D. Number 13, Del Palomata. And number 23, our foreign guest player from Russia, Anastasia Babikina. Starting libero is our team captain, number 8, Kathleen Faith Arado. And coach, Mr. Raul Benson Ricafort. Correction, for next match, the starting libero is number 5, Rachel Victoria Horvina. This match is under the supervision...
Starters for the NXLED Chameleons on your screens, Makaslang, Nike Permentilia Maraginot, Martinez de Guzman, and Jorvina as their libero. And on the other side, for the high-speed hitters, you have Palomata, Baron, D, Fajardo, Bavikina, Davison, and Arado as their libero. So we're all set for our final match of this Friday triple header, Freaky Friday on a holiday. Thank you for joining us on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Tip Tipianco, Jamie La Victoria, and Kyla Castillo, your broadcast team for this one. And KKD gets us going with the first. NXLED still searching for their first win, Jamie. Meanwhile, for PLDT, looking to possibly start another win streak in our tournament.
Well, so far, the NXLED Chameleons have had a tough mountain to climb here in this conference. They're having a difficult time. Well, there's Paula rather, with the momentum, but there needs to be more players activated, like Critch. Especially when she's in the front row. She's tall, she's athletic. They need to incorporate her a bit more. And as for PLDT, so far so good. They're consistent. They know how this all works.
PLDT high-speed hitters coming off a win versus the Farm Fresh Foxies after getting their first loss of the tournament against Signal Super Spikers. And that works for Kim Fajardo.
And that's CAF with that early 1-2 play here, delaying the defense of the NXLED Chameleons.
For both of these teams, this is their final game of the first preliminary
Yes.
round before we cross over. And just to refresh our tournament format, Jamie, what happens after moving forward after this part of the tournament?
The top 3 teams of one pool will take on the bottom 3 teams of another pool. So that all starts, I believe, next week.
Yeah, already.
Right.
So crossover tayo pagkatapos nito, and then the teams that did not face each other in the first part,
Oh,
they have a chance to rack up more wins, and then that's when you go to the quarterfinals
Yes.
based on the rankings. The top 8 out of those 12 will proceed to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, NXLED gets their second point. Paula Martinez.
good serve.
Davison.
She's a very confident, savvy Davison going down the line. She's been very versatile with her attacking, also going for those tips as we see Mika Reyes.
Sideline for this.
Sideline, yes.
Past couple of games, actually,
Right.
she has not seen action for PLDT. That one straight into the antenna for De Guzman. So this is now a 4-point lead for PLDT, which prompts Coach Ettore Idet to call for time.
First of all, we need aggressive serve. Second things, every time that we have a bad pass, we put a mistake on the first attempt. High ball long, no touch. Now on the antenna. Guys, please, it's Halloween, not Christmas. Halloween. Here we go. Oh! Next time.
Timeout called by the Chameleons, who trail by 4 early here in set number 1. Savvy Davison continues to serve.
Number 6, Savvy Davison.
Oh, good serve.
Maraginot goes to the reinforcement with that strong hit from the back, and that could get them going there.
What a bullet coming from Paula in the back row. And it all started with that perfect service reception from Leanne de Guzman. If they keep that up, they have a potential to get their first win today.
Calf
Ooh,
to Anastasia, and
Over the block.
their reinforcement also gets a point.
Anastasia giving a Calf that thumbs up after that set, and you could see that Kim Fajardo, you know, she just knows who to set at the right time.
Yeah.
The veteran presence is key for PLDT.
I wouldn't mind if she's also president.
Oh.
Pwede rin.
My bad. I accidentally said
President of the PLDT, diba?
Pwede, yes.
High-speed hitters, that is. Oh, some adjustment there. But you were talking about the thumbs up earlier, Jamie, and we've seen the reinforcements as we see another point coming from Paula na yung reinforcements, we see them talking to their setters a lot because
Yes.
it's been only a few weeks or months, couple of months that they've played together, so there will be a lot of adjustments all throughout the matches.
And with PLDT and even NXLED, they're so used to playing with each other, playing against each other. So when you add a reinforcement in the mix, it completely changes the dynamic.
PLDT gets us to the first technical timeout.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Happy Halloween, folks! You are tuned in the freaky match between the PLDT high-speed hitters and the NXLED Chameleons. Now, given how unpredictable this conference has been, PLDT does not want to get spooked again. And so for Coach Robert Ford, the trick is managing their emotions properly. Napansin niya raw na this aspect has significantly improved for them. Citing that tough loss against Signal, he shared that they were able to bounce back and lock in immediately, unlike before. And that screams maturity. maturity. Now this match against the winless Chameleons, PLDT is not taking it light and easy. Matter of fact, Pip and Jamie, ito raw yung mga mas delikado at tricky. And so throughout this match, expect aggressive, high-speed hitters because they're here to ensure that any hope left of the next victory is buried 6 feet under early in the set. Now back to you.
Thanks, Kyla, for that report. Well, I'm sure, if anything, PLDT learned their lesson when they dropped that game in straight sets against Signal, where they didn't have a reinforcement. So they know that when they face these teams who are hungry for wins,
Yes.
it will be a challenging task still.
And that just goes to show that every game carries so much weight. Every game has so much importance. Even if you're undefeated, you're not out of the woods just yet.
Scramble here. Davison sends that over. Jaja goes to Permentilia. Doug back with the Chameleons. They transfer at the best one for Paula. Here comes the middle, but no connection between Cap and Majoy. Play on. And it finally drops for Kiara Permentilia.
It's a long rally so far here in set number 1, but you could see the urgency in defense with the next set Chameleons getting those cross-court attacks of Anastasia, but smart play by Kiara with that off-speed attack.
That is Permentilia's 61st point here in the reinforced conference. Good for 11th in the best scoring department. As you see, Paula Martinez just making sure that her shoes are tied properly.
Ate, next time, bawal kasi yung nagtatali ng silkas.
So just a reminder from our official. So paano yun? Slip-ins next time,
Yes.
no? Para
I was gonna say something, but maybe no.
parang convenient, no? Hindi mapagsabihan ng ating referees. At yun ang dahilan bakit hindi natin.
Yes.
She was ready for that one. 6 points already for Paula Martinez.
And she's just been killer coming from the right pin, the back row, front row. And PLDT having a difficult time in defense.
Right now, they have cut the lead down to a single point. 3 straight after the technical timeout. And KKD.
So KKD hammering that one in the cross court. And it's good seeing her play, being healthy, coming from the All-Filipino Conference, being that stable force for PLDT.
She's had a great run in the past couple of conferences, including the on-tour tournament.
Yes.
Always happy to see our players healthy. Martinez carrying the load for NXLED, already with 7 out of their 8 points.
So multiple sequences where Paula being successful during the sequences. Kat Arado getting a touch on that one, but no one able to get the second contact.
PLDT so far, they have not converted at the middle. They've tried, but they haven't found the mark. So now we are tied at 9 as we see Mr. Jude Torquato and Baji Del Rosario for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Chance now for NXLED to take the lead. Martinez straight to Fajardo. KKD will want to get the lead back, and she does.
So far, so good for KKD. But this is expected with the NXLED Chameleons, who are trying to get their first win here in this conference. But KKD successful again going cross-court. That was a long run coming from NXLED, all because of the serves of Kiara.
Back with the black shirts. T, that's high enough for Delerio to save. Play on with this rally. Davison had to adjust and stretch.
Good set.
Martinez off the block. And a net violation in the process.
10-all is her score now here in set number 1. Next set showing a lot of grit here in this game.
Yeah, after being down by as many as 4 points, it was 8-4 earlier in favor of PLDT. And after the first technical timeout, nakahabol itong NXLED. Palomata.
There we go.
That's their first conversion in the middle.
Now this is what PLDT has been trying to do here in set number 1. The receive has been a bit short for CAF to activate the middle blockers, but this time it worked with Palomata on that A-quick attack.
11-10 here in the first set.
Good serve.
Bobbled by Permentilla. Chance for PLDT. Arado with the underhand set to Davison. And those are the super spikes that Kyla is waiting for.
Savvy Davison going strong. That elevation. Look at that. Cross-court attack by Savvy Davison.
Fajardo couldn't take advantage. Back with PLDT. Savvy again. Bell on the push. Play on. Martinez.
Not over.
So that's a point for PLDT. 3 straight for the high-speed hitters.
13-10. Service. D.
KKD leading all PLDT scorers with 3 points now.
Ooh.
Nice set by Maraguinot to Nike.
13. Martinez serving for NXLED.
Oh, there's a rotational fault for PLDT.
Called on PLDT.
And that's going to be a free point for
Yes.
NXLED.
Service Martinez.
Davison on the drop. And that works.
Davison sees the hole.
Martinez a bit late with her reaction.
Well, NXLED Chameleons, they were waiting for those cross-court attacks and down the line swing by Savvy Davison. But she had to switch speed and change direction. Good strategy by Savvy.
Maraguinot had to send that over. Palomata. Delerio gets to it. Almost another, and there you go. There was a point for Mayang Nuike. Rookie for the NXLED Chameleons. Now has 2 points.
Take a look at this one more time. 2 for 2 for Nuike. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, Dip. The middle blockers need to be activated for NXLED.
Yeah. We were waiting for that too, and finally they have done it. Pavicina again. And on the second try, it drops.
She went down the line this time, went cross-court targeting Rachel Jorvina. She knew the defense was there, but her swing was just too impactful for Rachel.
Even the first one,
Yes.
it came back to them. It was that strong. 15-13. Ooh, too far from Del Palomata, and Martinez already has 9 points.
This has happened many times so far here in set number 1. They're unable to solve this problem here of those tips from Paula coming from the back row.
Pavicina, De Guzman was ready to pick it up. Permentilla, Arado with a save. Pavicina again on the cross court, and nobody home on the side of NXLED. And that brings us to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 2.
Calling on the drive.
Bitin ba kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Hyundai Reyna NEX 4243. Pakiusog yung iyong sasakyan at nakaharang. Maraming salamat po.
Back in San Juan for your PVL 2025 reinforced conference. Kiara Preliminaries. We talked about her at the top of the coverage, glowing in the dark
Wow.
with her
That's good.
performance this conference so far.
She has been that bright spot for the NXLED Chameleons. She's usually the target for service reception, and she has been able to be more consistent in that department. That's not the easiest. In fact, it's the hardest skill in volleyball, that service reception. And if she keeps it up, they have chances here in the PVL.
De Guzman, good dig by Fajardo. Pavikina will attack. Delerio does the same on defense. And that is...
There's a touch on that one by Majoy Baron.
There you go. And Baron admits to that. So point awarded to NXLED. We're down by only one, by the way.
Right.
And Jaja Maraginot will be the one to serve. Can they tie it up? They go to the reinforcement, who has been hot. 10 points for Paula Martinez.
The NXLED Chameleons looking very sharp here against PLDT. Paula Martinez making too much noise for her team, and PLDT unable to get their rhythm here in set number 1.
However, Maraginot will commit a service error. What about Martinez after what you would say a slow start to this conference? We're used to seeing a lot of scoring from them. Had 15 in their opener against Farm Fresh, but in their last game had 38.
Wow.
And in this match, on pace to do the same. Permentilia backing up the reinforcement well.
You know, and it's multiple players that are sharing the load here with NXLED. It's Paula, it's Kiara, Rachel Dorvina getting those cross-court attacks. It's a team effort that we're seeing with NXLED.
Again, a service error for NXLED. That is four service errors now for them. So that has allowed PLDT to maintain this lead. Jovi Prado now in the game to serve.
Javelin Prado, serving for the high-speed hitters.
De Guzman, dug by Pavikina. Davison had to take an extra step. Martinez, good angle. As she falls down, no problem, says Paula.
She is unstoppable this game, going down the line, off-speed attacks, but this time targeting KKD in the cross court. And this is what normally happens when a team is trying to get their first win.
Yeah.
They will give their all, and today might be the day.
Looking to spook the PLDT high-speed hitters.
That was a good one. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, we are using all the terms that we can only use at this time
Today
of the year.
only.
19 to 18. The setup once again to Martinez. The drop.
So good.
Arado with a dive and save. Play continues. Nilipat kay De Guzman. Oh, incredible save coming from Arado. And again, and look at that!
Oh!
The Cat Arado special.
Yes. Classic Cat Arado.
There's a challenge on the call.
But of course, a challenge will be called.
Touch. Challenge is block touch. NXLED.
There's a challenge called by the Chameleons. I think Kat is asking what are they trying to challenge? There was a block touch. But then again, it was already past that,
Yes.
that rally that they were, or that they are hoping to challenge. I'm assuming because napunta na kay Kat Arado yun and then nakapuntos na.
Might have been too late.
What about that added element for PLDT? When you watch them, it's not just the attackers that you're waiting for to score. Even Kat Arado,
She
you'll
loves
wait.
doing that.
Yeah, you'll wait for a moment. Na
And then there's
makuha niya yung
Cap.
point. And Cap
Cap.
too.
Rally na yun? Yung back row. Back row. Back row siya. Clarify lang po. Yung back row.
Oo, yun daw sa may ante. Yung black touch, yung not over.
Yung in-over ko. After ng over ko. Before over ko.
Pero sige, wait lang. Ayusin ko ah.
Kasi layo na muna ng
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So Kat Arado was making a great point there, as so as the PLDT coaching staff, because the rally.
When the coach... Wait, let's listen in first.
Yun lang hindi ko alam sa system na yun. Kaya yung huling tawag ko na yun yung violation. Sa kanila yung full.
So may 2 challenges pa rin po kami.
Pero meron. Hindi na babawasan yung challenge.
So that challenge was, I guess, officially rejected, denied. Hindi siya magka-count for NXLED because the challenge that they were asking for was already way past
Yes.
that time that they could have challenged for a block touch. As we mentioned, Kat Arado, she was saying that nakailang balik na and she was able to score a point. So an inconclusive one, and Coach Ettore calls for time.
Okay, here we go. Hey, let's keep going with our serve. Let's keep going. Don't have any problem. If we miss in the wrong direction, it's not a problem, okay? And remember, every time, position in defense, position 5 and 1, go in. We need some ball more, eh? Only with a break point, we can take them again. Ready, guys? Here we go.
Chameleon,
Next leg.
Timeout called by the Chameleons. So in short, Jamie, what should have happened there in that last sequence?
You know, if a coach or anyone in the coaching staff sees that there's something wrong during the play and they want to call a challenge, they have to call it right away.
Yeah.
You cannot call it after the rally, and that is what happened in that last sequence with Kat Arado. So the point will be rewarded to PLDT.
But the answer back from Martinez, who now has a dozen.
And Paula is not letting up here in this game. She will still use her smarts, and that was up against Savvy Davison.
12 out of the 19 points for Paula Martinez.
Oh, close. Very close there.
Just went wide for Fajardo. By the way, Joey Fernandez is in the game for NXLED. But firstly, timeout for PLDT.
Wala silang center. Walang center. Eh, PLD!
Timeout called by the high-speed hitters. And I think they only had a few reminders there, Jamie. They didn't even make use of the full.
Right, no
time that they
fuss.
had, yeah.
No fuss, the usual timeouts coming from Coach Rald.
Ooh! And everyone caught flat-footed. Nobody moved on the side of PLDT. It's like they were hypnotized by that
Yes.
serve of Paula Martinez.
And it just dropped in front of Kat Arado.
That was the 13th point of Martinez. And more importantly, the lead now with NXLED. Davison
Sharp.
gets that one back.
That is sharp as ever. Talking about Savvy Davison. And good thing they got that side out right away. We're already in the 20 mark here in set number 1. Good set.
And Guzman gets it through. The Chameleons with the lead once again.
That's a smart play by Leanne de Guzman. Going for that off-speed attack in between that open space of Palomata and Cav.
And the rookie now serving 4th overall pick in this year's draft. And gets the save. Martinez now. Oh, but that is wide and out. So another deadlock here late in set number 1. Our 8th deadlock already. So it's been that close ever since the first technical timeout. Sheila Kiseo with her usual serving duties.
Yes. This is not an easy role. Oh.
But she makes it look easy on that one, Jamie.
Iseo being the serving specialist of the PLDT high-speed hitters coming off the bench. Instant impact already with an ace.
Targeting Permentilla and a point for PLDT. Sheila looking for another one. Better reception from Kiara. Permentilla again in the cross court. Tied at 23. But a challenge called by PLDT for a net ball. They're looking at the players of NXLED. If they are reacting to that. This is a crucial challenge here, Jamie.
Net fault challenge.
Nearing the end of set number 1. And if ever this is unsuccessful, this puts NXLED at set point. A team that is looking for their first win in the reinforced conference after losing their first 4 matches. Games against Farm Fresh, Capital One, Chocomucho, and the last one against Signal, which went into 5 sets. Meanwhile, for PLDT, their last 4 games, a win versus Capital One, a win versus Chocomucho, and then that loss to Signal, and the win versus Farm Fresh. Here we go.
Here it is. Let's see. Ooh, on Jaja Maraginot, actually.
On the net fault.
There is a net fault.
Yeah.
There is a net.
I think it's pretty clear on the replay that the elbow
Yes.
So instead of 23 all here, it's PLDT who is at set point. An unsuccessful challenge for NXLED. Now brings us to this score, 24-22, and the attack by Martinez went out. And that ends the first set. However, another challenge will be called by the Chameleons, drawing out their final card in hopes of salvaging this first set. Otherwise, those 13 points of Martinez would go to waste.
It's a block touch challenge. And if this does sail outside, this is her third error coming from the back row, whereas the other ones have been successful dip in the start of set number 1 and in the middle of set number 1. So untimely error here for NXLED.
No block touch officially, and the point goes to PLDT, and they end set number 1 with consecutive points, 25-22. As we check out this point, brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Savvy Davison on a cross-court kill. We'll be back for set number 2 right after this. So back here in San Juan for your PVL 2025 Reinforced Conference, the PLDT high-speed hitters taking set number 1 as we take a look at the highlights of what happened there. Jamie, it was a quick start for PLDT, and then NXLED came back after the first technical timeout. They even had the lead at one point, but they struggled to find a point towards the end of that first set.
When it came to the latter part, when the teams came on that 20 mark, the NXLED Chameleons tallied a few errors. Paolo Martinez getting that error on that last point on that back row attack, but PLDT did win that set number 1. As we see the set 1 stats here, 17 attacks for the NXLED Chameleons, 4 more than the PLDT high-speed hitters. But as you can see, NXLED Chameleons tallied 11 errors in that set number 1. They had a few errors when it came to the service line. Jaja Maragino getting one of those, delaying the momentum of the team. But overall, the NXLED Chameleons have been playing well in this game. They have a 37% attack efficiency. But when they had the opportunities to beat PLDT in that game, they were unable and they fell short. Whereas PLDT, Paula Martinez was getting them on those back row attacks, those tips. But with PLDT, you didn't really see frustration in their faces, even if they were down in some sequences. They're mature. They've been in situations like this. They are quick to overcome these setbacks or hiccups that come their way.
Oh, you like what you saw, though, from NXLED, activating the reinforcement with 13 points. Permentilla had 3. But as we listen in first, another reminder from our official that only the captain can approach and discuss matters. All right. So maybe more, I was about to say, Jamie, as we begin set number 2, maybe more activations from the middle for both teams. That's what we did see a lot of in set number 1.
You know what? At the end of the day, it all boils down to the numbers. And take a look at this. Kritch Makaslang is the starting middle of NXLED, but she has 0 points so far. Yes, the primary goal, responsibility of a middle blocker is to block. But with a team like PLDT, you have to activate everyone. With Paula, yes, it worked, but they did fall short in set number 1.
PLDT, by the way, is the #1 blocking team in our reinforced conference. So opponents have to find variations in order to score. But Martinez has shown us different points of attack in this game.
She's been adding a bunch of variation to that right pin swing. And PLDT needing to get some defense in those sequences. Good receive.
Good save from Makaslang. De Guzman off the block. Picked up by Cap. Arado with a bump set. KKD off the block, but it goes in for NXLED. She was hoping that it would sail out, but it was kept in play. The Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastosil, selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Savvy, another block. Back-to-back rejections for the Chameleons.
So we saw this in set number 1. Strong start, but it's all about that finishing kick when we reach that 20 mark.
Fajardo with a one-hand set to Baron. They've been looking for that since the start of the match. As we get this report from Kyla Castillo. Kyla.
Forget Chameleons. For that first set, the NXLED were part vampires as they went neck and neck with PLDT. But really, despite all odds, para nga kay Kiara, kaya. Dip and Jamie, I was able to talk to Kiara Permentilla earlier, and it is admirable how she's able to find the silver lining in their journey. For the former Lady Falcon, it is not all about the results, but rather the learning. Sabi nga niya, as long as every after game, I can honestly say that I did my best, gave my all, then I'm happy. One can say that this conference has been horrific for the Chameleons, but right now, they stand fearless and are hungry to show their bold, true colors. Dip and Jamie.
Thanks, Kyla, for that report. Well, for NXLED, it's good that they keep that positivity, especially for Kiara Permentilla.
Yes.
You see just how passionate she is, especially with regards to having her team play well. But first, another Tibay defensive play of the set brought to you by Elastosil. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Savvy Davison, the #1 blocker so far in the reinforced conference, getting that one.
Now, going back to Kiara Dip, it's not easy having that positive mindset if you haven't won a game in the reinforced conference. So kudos to her for having that mindset, that growth mindset.
That's a point for NXLED. We are tied at 4 here in set number 2. Savvy again. Gets the lead back for PLDT.
And I gotta give credit to Del Palamata for being that decoy in that sequence. Take a look at that. Delaying the block of Luike.
Martinez from the back. Converts.
See Coach Ralph still giving a thumbs up to the blockers of PLDT. I think the goal for them is just trying to get a touch on that block, on that swing of the reinforcement from NXLED.
17 points for Paula Martinez. Pavicina, naibalik. Palomata went for it. Maraginot sets up Permentilla.
That's outside. So the point will be rewarded to the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Savvy serving now with 6 points. Permentilla picked up by Davison. Pavicina had to alter.
Ooh, net touch on Kiara. So this is where NXLED needs to minimize their errors now before it's a bit too late against PLDT.
Yeah.
And this has been a tendency of NXLED.
Jaja, good set. Tumayang Nuike,
Yes.
just the right height and
Yes.
speed for her.
It's also good service reception from the NXLED Chameleons. And this is what Jaja needs to do, activate the middle blockers here. Still no touches from Critch this entire game.
Mayang Nuike out of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Another point for PLDT courtesy of Del Palomata. And we go to the first technical timeout.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back at San Juan. Speaking of Adamson, Monty Montebon, De La Sapienza. I think that was Tin Ubaldo.
Yep. And Troncoso as well.
Two setters who are still playing in the UAAP, by the way. Spending their time here in the PVL.
Good
Kasi
play.
it's a holiday nga pala, no?
Yes.
So, walang pasok ang students. '96. Delerio will give it to Paula. Fajardo to Baron. Kept
Ooh.
alive by NXLED. What a
Good
hit.
dig by Savvy.
Boy pa.
Oh,
Dell trying to do the same, but it goes straight into the reinforcement, and that's a point for Permentilla.
good rally between both teams. Quick defense. There you go, Savvy Davison getting that swing from Paula. But this time, Kiara targeting Del Palomata in that sequence.
Majoy Baron finds the mark.
That's a good play between Kaf and Majoy Baron. Let's take a look at this one more time. Target practice, targeting zone 5.
3-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Jaja goes to Martinez.
She's been lethal coming from the right. PLDT unable to get her attack and defense.
18 points already.
That's a good set.
Chameleons.
Kipti has been blocked twice here in set number 2. There's Critch getting her first block of the match.
You know she loved that.
Yes.
But that serve won't go over for Kiara. The errors are what hurt them earlier in the first
Yes.
set. They had 5 service errors
service
actually in
errors.
set number 1. Same here for PLDT. They commit a service error, although that is only their first.
Yes. They've minimized a lot of their errors in this entire match. I believe next set had 11 in set number 1.
Good first ball. Savvy.
Ooh. That is down the line for Savvy Davison. Let's take a look at this bullet one more time. Right behind Jaja.
Maraginot goes to the middle. Back with NXLED. Second try. And it works.
Unstoppable. Talking about Paula Martinez. Block is a bit late for PLDT.
Martinez now will have to work from the back. Again with that short serve, which she did earlier and got an ace with. Arado sets up KKD again. Roof. Oh, the blocking of NXLED. This set number 2, it has been present.
And it's all from the swing of KKD. Third time here in set number 2.
Fourth block now as a team. And a broken play. Chance for the Chameleons to take the lead. Martinez gets it through.
You can't stop her, Dim. She has been the consistent force for the NXLED Chameleons.
20 points for the reinforcement out of Spain. Paula Martinez leading the way. And an ace to go along with those numbers. This forces Coach Raul Ricafort to call for time.
Isa na lang talaga? Pero sinasabayan niya kasi yung santay. Pag nakikita niya nagsising, doon niya nilagay.
Yan isa lang.
Kuha mo na trap.
Kaya naman stop.
Pasa muna, pasa muna. Adjust na pag out of system.
Okay, why good pass muna tayo? Why good pass? PLDT! Together!
Timeout called by the high-speed hitters. Looking to find ways to stop Paula Martinez, 27-year-old opposite spiker. Last played in Romania. Played in different countries.
What a easy point for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Hence the face on Coach Ettore. Not happy with that one.
Yeah. The least likely that they would get the point. That's how they got the point.
A bit too short. Set a bit too low, I would say.
Tabla ulit tayo, 14 all. And that is...
That's inside.
Yeah, Fajardo was pointing to the spot. She knew it. And lead swings to the high-speed hitters after those 3 straight points.
Now we see the momentum of NXLED slowly going down after that easy point from PLDT, and that's why Coach Ettore gets frustrated with his team sometimes. Good receive.
And that one won't be kept up by NXLED. And we go to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 2.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Back here in San Juan for the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. Final match of this Friday triple header. Earlier, the Capital One Solar Spikers beating Signal in straight sets, and then the Farm Fresh Foxies beating Chocomucho in 4.
That was a good set by Jaja, going for that reverse on that running attack. But that attack of Nuike sailing outside.
17-14. Here in set 2, De Guzman.
Good dig.
NXLED badly looking for a point. Martinez. High enough for Arado. Fajardo to Davison. Down it goes.
The Del Palamata, very deceiving in that sequence. Yet again, fooling the blockers of NXLED.
May Luna will return for NXLED. Had a brief stint in set number 1. Martinez.
Smart. Too good.
Changing pace.
Yep.
For her 22nd point of the match.
She's been on point this game. Softening that swing in front of the reinforcement of PLDT.
(15-18). Bardo chooses Palomata. Well played by May Luna on the defensive side. And Paula says, I'll take care of the offense all night.
You said it, Div. Let's see that one more time. Good bump set by Rachel Jorbina. And it falls in between KKD and Anastasia.
A tip there. Doesn't work for Savvy. Luna from the back. Play continues. Anastasia.
Ooh.
It's out. And it's NXLED's turn to get 3 straight points. They're back in it here in set 2. A double substitution for PLDT, bringing in Angge Alcantara and Jessie De Leon. Let's see how this pans out for PLDT as they look to break this mini run mounted by NXLED. Angge goes to Savvy.
Ooh.
It's short.
Yes. She was trying to go for that sharp cross court, but that's a good set by Angge Alcantara.
18 all here in set number 2. the part where NXLED overtook PLDT earlier in the first set. Around this point. Palomata, that's a bit low. Got it across though. Martinez. Still playable. Jaja with a chase. Permentilia is denied. Meet you upstairs, says Del Palomata.
That's a good timing on that block by Del Palomata.
Did you say Palomata? Palpal eh. Block eh. Pwede yun ha?
Just making up things as we go here.
High-speed hitters up by 2. Timeout for NXLED.
The only problem is that you're back in before she's touching the ball. Wait. Okay. Hey guys, we play high ball. If we have a bad pass, we know we have the virus. It's 12 eyes of us on the ball. We help the passing and we spike hard. Here we go.
Two-point lead for PLDT here in set number 2. Let's see what the Chameleons have drawn up after that timeout.
Oh, what a serve.
Oh, and it's an ace delivered by Savvy Davison.
Let's get a replay on that one. Zone 5.
And NXLED calls another timeout, their second and final.
Oh, I can't do anything more. Okay, so now it's up to you. She's serving good. Watch out now the top of the net. Probably she will serve on the net and the ball will roll down. So watch out. We have to dig. Forget about passing. That's a spike, not a serve. Here we go.
Coach Ettore calling their final timeout. Posing a challenge to his players on how they would respond here. That time they pick up the serve from Savvy. Permentilia blocked. Back row from Luna. Dug by Davison. Ange to the middle. And Palomata gets it.
Now this has been a successful double substitution for Coach Ralph. Ange Alcantara activating Del Palomata here. Smart plays. Right. Smart plays. It's no different. Sometimes the double sub does not work. It's very risk-taking, adding 2 new players on the court.
So far, so good for PLDT. Looking for more. De Leon. Why not?
Instant impact by Jesse De Leon here. And good set by Catarado. Everyone just sharing the load here.
And Coach Raul Ricafort says, why don't we bring in another one? Off the bench, Shalia Malaluan is in the game for the first time.
Good serve. Ooh.
That one goes through and drops for Permentilia.
That is off the block for Kiara. A much-needed side out for the NXLED Chameleons here as PLDT is just 2 points away of clinching set number 2. We have Jai Atienza up to serve here for NXLED.
Malaluan going for that angle.
There's a touch on that one.
Hey, Martinez trying to fire up her teammates.
Trying to bump up her teammates here in set number 2. They're getting a hand on that one, Del Palomata.
Look at the way she bends midair.
Yes.
A full swing, which gives her that power. Atienza pumps it to Permentilia. There was a check. Back-to-back points to bring the lead down to 2. And Coach Rald doesn't want to waste this. He calls for a timeout.
Sigaw na lang daw. Sigaw na lang daw pag medyo halata yung Wait na konti. Wait na konti. Sa out of system, wait na konti. PLDT!
Timeout for PLDT as they still are up by 2 points here over the NXLED Chameleons, who are refusing to go down quickly. They are looking for their first win in the tournament. Let's see how far they can go here in this set. That is a point though for Aliyah Malaluan. Happy to take that as she puts PLDT at set point.
To everyone of PLDT pitching in with the production here. Down the line she goes. That is Aliyah Malaluan. And so far, good setting from Angge Alcantara. She was running the offense when Kaf was still recovering from her injuries.
Yeah. Sheila Kiseo had an ace earlier. Back in the game. Kiara slowed down. Angge goes back row to Davison, and that goes in. And she ends set number 2 for her 12th point of the match. This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. And PLDT, they are now up 2-0 over the NXLED Chameleons.
Di ba yung ngiti mo ngayon? Okay. Tapos direct shot tayo. That's a wrap. Yung pagiging setter, love-hate relationship din talaga.
Want to contribute to our team in any way we can. So kung hindi kami mapansin ng whoever's watching, that's okay. But as long as we do our job, then we're happy with that.
See her scream cheering, I was like, whoa, what kind of MJ is this?
I think this is the time, this is the team to do it.
Kasi hindi ako papayag na, yun lang ako. Hindi ako yun eh.
Siguro nag-green line ako. Mas pinili ko yung self ko. After nung nangyari na hindi talaga ako nakapag-compete competitively, sobrang laki ng doubt.
Positive self-talk. Sobrang laking bagay talaga niya. Kasi pag pinifeed mo yung sarili mo na kaya mo itong gawin.
Kaya ayoko po nang pinag-uusapan si Enyo kasi lagi ako nagiging emotional. As in, kahit ayoko umiyak, parang ganun. Yan na siya.
I would always say to myself that I'm just very, very grateful to play the sport that I love.
I'm just thankful that you guys are still part of my life, diba? Na we're still friends.
And we look out for each other. I mean, kahit ano man mangyari, di ba? Magkatampuhan man tayo, parang we always have each other's back.
All right, back here in San Juan for the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. And the PLDT high-speed hitters are one set away from closing this one out over the NXLED Chameleons. Bit of a same story that we saw here, Jamie. PLDT leading the way, and then at some point it looked like NXLED, they would get their momentum, threaten to take the lead, but high-speed hitters answering back as they get set number 2.
Now here are the set 2 stats here. 12 attacks for NXLED and 13 for the PLDT high-speed hitters. And it's the errors that are costly for NXLED. They tallied 8 in set number 1, and this time 7. Whereas PLDT has been playing clean volleyball. They had a few blocks in set number 2, but when it reaches that 20 mark, that's when you have to play your best, and that's where NXLED falls short. This is where they make those unforced errors, those missed serves that are in the middle of the set, whereas PLDT, whether they're ahead or behind, they're really chill. And I've seen it in this entire game. PLDT has been through so much in the PVL, so they can overcome things like this, and that's what we've seen with Catarado. There was one time in set number 2 where there was an ace, but she was just saying, oh, just let it go, shake it off, because they're a team that cannot be too emotional because it might get to them. And with NXLED, this is where I feel like they are slowly maturing here with all these losses here in the Reinforced Conference.
Now you mentioned the word maturity, and that's what PLDT has really developed all throughout this year. I would say the year that they matured the most. And the result is winning 2 tournaments. The On Tour and the Invitational Conference. So when they lost that game against Signal, I think not a lot of people panicked on their side at least. So people were wondering what happened, but I'm sure internally they were fine.
Yes, and what I said earlier in the pregame, I think it all boils down to what happens after. And it was their next game where they came out victorious. So far, so good from PLDT.
The service error for Permentilia. That is the first point of PLDT here in the 3rd set.
And so far, Krich Makaslang has no production. She had 1 block earlier, but in terms of attacks, none.
Martinez has been the recipient. And that one is a point.
And I have to explain why, but maybe let's turn it over to Kyla Castillo first.
Go ahead.
Dip and Jamie, you know what sounds like savvy? Suave. Close enough? Well, that's exactly how Savvy describes her ideal game. Suave lang. Actually, let me tell you about her mantra, finding my 80. Pretty unique, but the idea is simple. No matter how hard you try, how badly you want it, you cannot be at 100% every day. And so being a brilliant strategist, the standard she upholds for herself is to consistently deliver at least 80% level of effort, that killer instinct every time. Precisely how she maintains that brutal consistency we see game after game. Can the Chameleons pull off the ultimate Halloween trick and force a 4th set? Or will the high-speed hitters finally slam the door shut? Dip and Jamie.
Ganda ng nicknames na ginagawa ni Kyla. Kanina, a report about Permentilia. Sabi niya, Kaya Permentilia. Ito naman, Suave Davison.
We love that. Witty Kyla here.
Let's see if they'll be able to continue their smooth sailing here in this match. 3-all so far in the 3rd set. In this long rally, Jaja trying to do an arado. To no avail, play on. Martinez with a swing. Chameleons falling. And Palomata taking advantage.
That's Palomata with that A-quick attack. Hammering that one down. No block by Nuike of NXLED.
Lead now with the high-speed hitters. Maraguinot back sets to Martinez off the block. And a point.
Earlier I was talking about Pritch Makaslang. She so far has no points this game. Well, of course, usually the load will be given to Paula Martinez, but if you want to win games, if you want to elevate your game, you got to start setting the other spikers as well.
Oh, what a hit
Goodness.
from Savvy Davison.
Just that elevation, the strength, the height, it's all there for Savvy Davison.
Martinez is rejected, and Luna couldn't keep it in play.
It's a reinforcement against reinforcement in that sequence. Finally getting a block on Paula here. Perfect press, one-on-one.
That one is out for Davison. Five to 6, and Luna will serve. Fajardo sets up Davison, wanted to go to the open spot, but it was short.
Tried to target zone 4, but a bit too short mid-air.
Tabla tayo at 6. Calf goes to the reinforcement. Pavicina gets the point.
Pavicina going and targeting right next to Rachel Jorvina in zone 5. Finding that open pathway here. Let's take a look at that one more time. Block a bit late.
Limited production so far for Anastasia. Has 6 points for PLDT, but no worries because Davison has 14. Saved by Luna. Permentilla picked up by Davison. Back with PLDT, the drop by Baron. And it drops. As we get to the first technical timeout, PLDT up by 2.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Back in San Juan. You're still watching us on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Fajardo to Pavicina.
Smart play by PLDT. Going for that off-speed attack here. Take a look at this one more time. Delaying the defense of Kiara.
Chayla Atienza back for NXLED. That one is short for Palomata.
Good serve. Oh, okay.
Oh. Nice play by Fajardo.
That is her 3rd point of the match here. Her classic 1-2 play. Zone 4.
No look.
No look.
Maraginot.
There we go.
Tumakas lang. That's what you've been waiting for, Jamie.
She is explosive. She is athletic. She's tall. You can maximize Critch here for NXLED.
8 serving 10 here in set number 3. Calf goes back to Anastasia on the cross-court hit. After a relatively quiet first 2 sets, she has scored 4 in this 3rd set alone.
Georgina having a difficult time with that cross-court.
So she tallied 4 points in sets 1 and 2 combined, but that output alone she was able to get here in set 3. But Martinez continues to pounce, adding to her total. 27 now for Martinez.
Martinez now making it easy for the PLDT high-speed hitters. She knew the block was there, so she went for that tip right behind KKD.
Pavlikina with a chase. Kept alive by PLDT. Makaslang.
That is 2 for 2 now for Critch.
I think you should have shouted that point earlier in set 1 so that they heard you.
My bad, I'm a little bit late. Good set.
Naibalik. Second try for PLDT. KKD doesn't work. Tough one for NXLED, who are out of position. T again. Buhay pa. Third try. Still nothing. How about for Martinez? No.
Good cover.
The transfer and reverse to Luna. It is out. And a long rally ends with a point for PLDT.
You could see Kiara telling her teams to calm down after that long, hard-fought rally. But May Luna unable to stabilize that sequence. Good receive by Critch.
That one off the block. Davison. Her attempt went out. And another point for Paula. Only a 1-point game here in the 3rd set. The NXLED right within distance.
Good receive. Good swing by Palamata.
Oh. And they couldn't find the connection there on the broken play.
No, but they did say that they'll be a little bit more lenient when it comes to the double contact.
Yeah.
The second ball.
Martinez, it's out. 3-point lead for PLDT. And a timeout called by Coach Ettore Giden.
Game is made of waves. We have the chance. We mistake the chance. We add an extra error. Got it? Here we go. Time to resist now. Now is the difficult part. If we resist now, we come at the same level again, and we can serve on them. Here we go. Ready, guys? So.
Let's go! Fight, fight, fight! 2 million!
Coach Ettore looking for that resistance from his squad against a surging PLDT high-speed hitters, or looking to close this one out in straight sets.
Good serve by KKD.
Anastasia with a pickup. Davison with a power tip.
And actually, Savvy Davison approach a bit too early in that sequence, but she had that hang time. And luckily, she got the point there.
Jaja, tight. Free ball for PLDT. Back row for Bavicina. It drops.
Now, Bavicina is a perfect fit for PLDT.
And we go to the second technical timeout. They're up by 5.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back here in San Juan for the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. 4-point lead now for the high-speed hitters. Fernandez will check in. So
Maybe for blocking purposes.
Yeah. No setter in sight for NXLED. This is a defensive lineup. Almost worked.
Still good.
Who will set it up? It's Jorvina. To Fernandez. Kept alive. Chance. Who will Calf go to? Davison again. I think she's been trying to experiment as well.
She usually does this well when it comes to targeting zone 4, but she's miscalculating it mid-air.
Still a 3-point lead for PLDT. 13-16. Fajardo, this time on a power hit from Davison, went for a stronger approach.
She's targeting that cross-court attack. Good set by Calf. And the block a bit too far off the net by NXLED.
Maji Mangolabnan checks in for NXLED. She will be the setter right here. Palomata. Huge opening there.
Is everything working well for PLDT? The basics are down, the dig set spike. And as for NXLED, unable to get a side out.
5 na ang abante. But Sammy Davison lacking the pulse on that serve.
Inside.
That is now the 10th point for Anastasia Bavicina.
And just looking at the stats of PLDT, it's a shared load. The middle blockers, the reinforcement, KKD.
Yeah.
Everyone is helping with the scoring. And in set number 2, we saw Ange Alcantara, Jessie De Leon, Ale Malaluan as well.
Rather back into serve. And you were also talking about the fit of Bavicina and how she's perfect for this PLDT team.
You know, she's also not emotional like her teammates. She's mature. She's played the game for a long time, and you can see that she fits well with
Permetelia with that blockbuster of a hit. Cuts the lead down to 4.
Good receive.
Paron, straight to Luna. Kiara again, trying to go back to back.
Oh!
That was quick. And a challenge called here by NXLED, asking for a net fault.
There's a challenge. The next net.
So again, a challenge called here by the Chameleons, asking for a net fault. And Catarado again. She loves conversing with our officials, and for good reason.
Yeah, of course.
Always makes a great case.
Just wants to clarify things.
The score now is 20-15 here in set number 3. PLDT, they are up 2-0 over the Chameleons, who are still winless here in the Reinforced Conference. This, by the way, is their last game of the first preliminary round, both for NXLED and PLDT, and then they will wait for the others to finish before we cross over. It's the second preliminary round, and then that's when we proceed to do another round of matches. The top 8 overall from those pools combined will advance to the quarterfinals. As you await still this challenge of net fault. Your thoughts on this, Jimmy?
So when they called the challenge, it was after the play was over. Meaning, I think I recall the part where they called the net fault, but it might have been too late.
Yeah. It's the same case that they had earlier. The coach Ettore having
Wala makita doon eh.
just a light moment
Wala
with
makita doon sa challenge. Walang lumapit sa net eh.
the players of PLDT.
Yun nga, eh, hindi naman pwede yung hindi naman pwede yung pinakauna. Tapos yung pangalawang action, yun yung i-challenge niya yung una. Dapat yung last action, yun lang din yung i-challenge. Para makita kaagad.
Just to clarify one more time, if a team wants to call for a challenge, you have to click the buzzer right away.
Yeah, and that just makes sense, Jamie, because we were talking about it too. And if the rally is so long, and then you decide to just challenge the very first part of that long rally, they will not be able to find
exactly
the point or the play in question. So Permetelia just says, might as well get the point.
Right? Might as well score instead. They're down rather, sorry, by 4 points here. Now this is where lessons can be learned for the Nexa Chameleons, and ending with a finishing kick here and extend this match.
16-20, Fajardo now sets up. Pavikina had to use her left. KKD, Luna with the extension. Permetelia. And this time, PLDT will challenge for a net fault.
It's a net fault challenge.
So an unsuccessful challenge here for PLDT. Lead down to 3 points. Pavekina is blocked. And the scream from Paula Martinez. This tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong. Anumang panahon. Roofed on that play. 18-20.
Good serve by Jaja.
Davison.
Oh!
What a sharp spike from Savvy.
Savvy acting like another reinforcement for PLDT. On a swing coming from the back row. Hammering that one down, targeting Rachel Dravina.
That one clips the net, but picked up by Lumahan.
Oh.
And then the denial for PLDT. Read that perfectly.
Take a look at this one more time. That's Savvy Davison along with Majoy Baron. Oh. A bit too short by Babikina. PLDT is still up by 3 here in set number 3.
Permentilia serving now for NXLED. Oh, but that is out.
This
Not the time to commit errors, Jamie.
Right, this happened also in set number 1. The timing of the errors for NXLED have been delaying their rhythm this entire game.
Sheila Quiseo will check back in to serve for PLDT. And Coach Ettore will make use of his final timeout here in the 3rd set.
Or we got the short serve and we have to take care of this. Now it's Davis up front. He always turns like this. So if you are quick, go in block out. If you are late, go in the middle. Guys, here we go. One side out and we play.
Chameleons, that's it!
Timeout called by the Chameleons. Paula Martinez is 1 point shy from a 30-point output. And I'm sure what they want to get is their first win. Although PLDT really just made it hard for them in tonight's match. Quiseo will run after it.
Still good. Good effort.
Great effort for Quiseo. Maraginot goes back to Martinez. It's out. And that puts PLDT at match point.
That was crucial for Paula. We've seen multiple times that front row attack going down the line, but another untimely error and good efforts by Quiseo.
Quiseo serving for the match, 24-19. Maraginot goes to May Luna Lumahan and gets the point for NXLED.
That is her 2nd point of this match. Good swing, delaying the defense of Catarado.
Not yet out of it, But they need to score 4 straight to extend. First is the serve. Fajardo to D for the finisher. And that does it. As the PLDT high-speed hitters win this one in straight sets. And they will move forward in the next preliminary round as a top seed in Pool A. This point is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. And the NXLED Chameleons will head into the next round winless so far. You can see the disappointment in their faces.
Right.
But hey, there's still that next round. We'll talk more about this match after this break. Back here in San Juan to wrap things up between PLDT and NXLED. As we just saw the final scores here, we'll finish off with some post-game stuff here. This Babad Player of the Game is brought to you by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family only with Devant. We take a look at Savvy Davison and her highlights in this match. As we now turn you over to Kyla Castillo, who is with Savvy Davison. Go ahead, Kyla.
That's right, Dip and Jamie. No treats for the Chameleons, just pure high-speed tricks from the PLDT high-speed hitters, especially double-double performance from the Savvy Davison, 19 points and 10 excellent digs. Savvy, you shared about your unique philosophy, finding your 80. Now, can you describe the work you put in to consistently showcase that 80%?
I mean, we have back-to-back games during the prelim, so it's really hard. It honestly comes down to the work that we do at home. Recovery, sleep. The girls are really good about that. I'm just glad we came here to execute today.
Right, and that is how you're able to create those 100% moments that truly matter, right, Savvy? Now, looking ahead in the quarterfinals, how will patience, pasensya, a thing that is commonly being said during your trainings by Coach Rald, help you in that round?
I think patience means different things to different people, but honestly, for me, I don't have to get a kill right away. It will come eventually. Patience in the game's a really long game, and etc.
All right, Savvy, now is the time to greet all of your fans and friends who showed up for this spooky night thriller. Go ahead.
Thank you, PLDT fans. I'm happy to see you all again. And thank you to my mom. My mom's actually over here. She's over there, so I'm really glad that she's here. And thank you to all the people back at home as well.
All right, there you have it. A thrilling performance by the Savvy Davison and the PLDT high-speed hitters. Let's wrap this up, Dip and Jamie.
Thanks, Kyla. There you have it. Savvy Davison, whose mom is in attendance in this match, as an inspiration in the arena, and she played well tonight. And more importantly, the win for her team in the reinforced conference. We'll take a look at more highlights in the match. Paula Martinez was excellent in her own way. In the offensive side, had 29 points, but really, they lacked in the other departments. Right. Jamie, Talk about that and how PLDT was able to capitalize in straight sets.
Well, the NXLED Chameleons needed to activate a bit more players aside from Paula. Krichmakaslang needed to be activated a bit more, and also Nuike of NXLED. And for the PLDT high-speed hitters, it's actually Savvy Davison who got more points than their reinforcement. And because of that, they were able to win this game and spread out that offense perfectly.
As you see the final numbers for this one between the Chameleons and the high-speed hitters.
That's 39 attacks for NXLED and 42 for the PLDT high-speed hitters. You see the disparity not too far, but it's the errors of the NXLED Chameleons which tally 24 that entire game. And this was just a 3-set game, so that's tallying around 8 errors per set, which is not ideal if you want to win more games.
Right, so moving forward, we'll expect those adjustments from NXLED, especially if they want to get a win in the next preliminary round. We still continue our games. We will resume on Tuesday, November 4. It'll be the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells against the Akari Chargers at 4 p.m. at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. And then the Capital One Solar Spikers will look to continue their winning ways as they go up against the Chocomucho Flying Titans at 6:30 p.m. So see you there in Pasay on November 4. But that wraps up our Freaky Friday episode of the PVL Reinforced. Thank you for joining us tonight. On behalf of our director, Ken Natividad, my partner, Jamie La Victoria, our courtside reporter, Kyla Castillo. My name is Zip De Bianco saying thank you for watching and happy holiday. Stay safe and have a good weekend. See you at the heart of volleyball.